But welcome to Sex on the Bridge. Yes, with me, the original dancehall queen. You know it's Carlene. My hair blue tonight. Is blue or green? All right, whatever the color is, but it's a color. A blue, green. Yeah, and this is by Dana Bell here. Yeah, I feel like a little cute doll tonight. Cheryl Luxury Doll, big up. But welcome to Sex on the Bridge. Of course, you know, bringing you your weekly dose of grown and sexy radio content. And on a Tuesday night, you know, the only place you should be 10 to 12 is on the Bridge 99 FM. Nowhere else, in bed, partying, anything. But before I go any further, if you're under the age of 18, take your little self to bed because you know this show is rated for adults only. I'm not responsible for any kid that learned something from my show, okay? You have to take that up with your parents. It's not, I have a disclaimer 18 and older, full stop. Brought to you by Slow Wine, and it's a alcoholic drink, fruit drink. So you know, nobody under 18 is allowed to drink. Well, should not be allowed to drink. Let me make that straight. But where is my other guest? My guests are country people. Them lost. But I'm still in studio with somebody. But I'll introduce you to her later. You know, tonight's topic is one that I think I really like. Yeah, because I think I've done it before. Yeah, it's staying in a relationship. You know, even though the relationship isn't good, but the sex is the bomb. Yeah, I think I've done it. I've done it. I have done it. I have been in relationship where, you know. How is everyone doing though? I hope you're all having a great night and even going to be greater because you're listening to us here at the Bridge 99 FM with me and my guest tonight. You'll see and hear from my guest. You know, we normally try to have a little fun in the studio. I want to big up some people though. I want to big up Tony Jollies. He has his last Tuesday tonight in Portmore at Jollies. Yeah, I think when I leave here I should go, I think. Big up Pinky, my sister, Lorraine. Yes, Elijah. I love you guys. Crystal, my world, you know. Just had to do a little big up. But we're going to go into the fun part of the show where we talk to my guest. Each and everyone usually have their own opinion or experience or just a different view on, you know, on a topic or on an issue. And we try to get each person's opinion on or experience, especially when it's experience. Yes. So we're going to try and get all of that in. But, you know, the topic tonight discussing is the sex factor. All right. So we'll be exploring why we stay in relationship longer than we should because the sex is so damn good. I can take a deep breath and attest to that one. Yeah. You know, you're in some real toxic relationship. And every time you want to go and you should go and you remember that great yeah, I'm getting hot in here and it's cool, right? Yeah, because sometimes, especially, you know, I think women do it more than men because women tend not to want to cheat. A man will have 2 or 3 women, and this is my opinion. And we, real women, we're not talking about, you know, the girls who just do whatever they feel like because they can. But most real women, real women who consider themselves kind of, you know, a little out of the norm, who decide, okay, this man is crap. I mean, total crap. But because you want to give it another try, not because you think it's going to work out, you know, but it's because the sex is so goddamn good. Yeah. And we don't want to cheat. So you have some women, I had some writing on my DMs because I said what the topic was earlier. And some women say, yes, the broke man them do it the best. Yeah, I guess he would have more time and a reason to please you more because he has nothing else to offer. So I would think he should have at least have that right. The rich man, on the other hand, might think, oh, he doesn't have to satisfy her because he has all the money and that will buy her to stay. And yes, she might stay, but eventually, if the sex is not good, she will leave. Sometimes because of kids or you're married or ties, business ties, or, things that have to keep you together, you figure, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay and then have a side man, one to really give them the sex. But most real women will leave. Yeah. Will leave you if she's in a relationship. Don't care how important that relationship. You ever hear they say these women, rich women, end up with the pool boy? Yeah. Sex better with the pool boy, and her rich husband is sometimes too busy, too caught up in work, doing all the things. I had another person who texted said the guys who can dance can really do it. I can't attest to that. I've never been with a dancer. Well, probably, entertainer, I think, is different from a dancer. When you say dancer, I think it means that's all you do. No, I've never been with a dancer. No. Answering my guess. No. But I can tell you, I have been with, rich, and I have been with not rich. And I really find the not rich better than the rich. I don't know if I should be saying this on air, but the truth is the truth. And no, we're not talking about the size of his private parts, because that can be a whole nother show. And sometimes they do have great size and don't know what to do with it. And sometimes it's not. I mean, it's great size based on not big, whatever, and it's really good. And two, as I say, you can have a relationship that's both. The sex is great, the relationship is great. So let's not stray from that too, right? We've had the sex is great, the relationship is great, and it's just nice. But I'm having flashback, guys. Leave me alone. I did not have any slow wine to drink. I want to play some games tonight, but I only have one of my guests in here with me. I don't want to start it with her only. So I will just go through, introducing who I have with me. I have a beautiful young lady with me. My very good friend, daughter. I can't even imagine she's of age now to be on Sex on the Bridge. All right, so what I will do, all right, so what I'll do, I'll introduce Amania. Good night. Welcome to Sex on the Bridge.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm very excited about the topic tonight. I have a lot to say. A lot from experience. Yeah.
So,
I even have a song about it a little bit. So I'm definitely.
Well, start the song. Give me the song. Yeah, go ahead.
It's called Friends Plus Tax. And it means you don't want no situationship, want more, but don't want this, but won't say it. No, I won't say shh. I'm a friend indeed. I'm a friend with needs. On the low, we be on the go. Catch the room, them guy, you never know. With we feelings, forget the words.
That's all right.
With we feelings, we're in control. Friendship and sex, but it's not that alone.
Nice, nice. So
definitely ready for this topic.
All right. Well, we have another song. We're going to throw to it and hear what Jada Kingdom has to say.
Yes.
All right. Welcome back to Sex on the Bridge. And of course, that was Jada Kingdom, Hypnotize. That's not right. Welcome back. And I am joined with Bad Gal Jade. You want to see how Jade look a bit about you, bad?
Shorty.
Nah, it's petite.
It's petite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Crystal, my daughter, is your height.
Short girls are the best.
There you go. All right, we're going to jump straight. Recording artist, Bad Gal Jade, a DJ, songwriter, singer, everything, right?
Yes.
And so is
Amanie.
former dancer. Oh, yeah, I can tell you that. Yes, because her mom,
Very much
my
so.
very good friend. Good night, Lantonette Styles.
Miss Steins.
You see, this because Latanya. I keep doing
Tanya
this.
Styles and Lantonette
Tanya
Styles.
St-
Everybody.
No,
Don't worry.
Yeah. Good
Not
night.
bad though.
I know. Good night, my friend. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna play a game just to catch into the mood.
Okay.
Are you ready, JD?
Yeah.
Bad gal.
Yeah, for dirt.
Oh gosh. I'm
Well, the
nervous.
category is that's what it's called, right?
Okay.
And when you miss the category or can't answer the question, we take a drink of the slow wine.
Okay.
I know Nguyen does drink out the bottle because it tastes nice.
That is right.
All
We'll
right.
shake it from now.
What should I do now? So the category is position.
Okay.
What sex position, of course,
Of
guys.
course.
Sex position. What's your favorite sex position? Start.
69.
Jade.
Hmm?
Jade.
Backers for days.
Jade, you have to drink. You took too long. Yes.
Me take long.
Yeah, so you have to drink.
Can't stutter, girl.
You know.
Me again. So the category is oh god, okay. Category.
All right. Drink. You
Drink.
took too long.
Oh god.
So Jade,
This I got done.
I know. Jade, it's your time. Category.
Mm.
The category is
The sex position. We still
no.
there?
You're no next. So
You have
drink.
to pick one.
You have to drink. Drink. So the category is French kissing. And I said French kiss, so the category is kissing.
Kissing. Troops.
Come on, Jade.
Kiss.
I don't know what that is. So drink. Your turn. The category is
The category is foreplay.
no. It's her place. So
Oh,
drink.
oh.
It's your turn. Remember, you missed. You drank.
Oh.
So you have to drink.
I thought that troops. Just put troops. I think the
No.
troops did win.
No. Right. So it
So
was
she
Jade
has to-
time, and she
Oh,
repeat
okay,
the
okay,
category
okay.
is. So it's Jade category.
Okay.
It's my category.
Yes. The category is drink.
Oh gosh. So what
Hey,
is it?
listen
Don't
to
I
me.
pick a category?
Yes,
Suppose me
it's not
get
your time.
drunk.
The
Category is
So
foreplay.
safe.
All right. So Jade, the category is foreplay. No,
Is
you
that
have to
me
don't bother a lot about the bottle. Just drink. So the category is foreplay. So
Okay.
kissing on my breast.
Mm,
Your time. The
a
category.
little finger.
Jade.
Tamper with the nipples.
Oh.
I said the breast already.
Oh, I did.
So drink.
Tamper with the
Jade.
nipples.
You're not gonna have no left
Hey,
by
me
the
no, me
night
literally
done.
no know nothing about
About
sex positions.
Yeah, and so the first one strong though, but it just
It's
little
not right.
late.
Your
It's so
turn.
safe.
Your turn. Jade. What your category is?
Which one you pick?
Um,
There you go.
Just keep drinking, Jade. Jade, just keep drinking. The category is.
The category is endurance.
All right, Jade.
Hmm?
Jade, just go on drink, Jade. Tan pan it long.
That is right. Look how me a drink and me
Category-
no lose.
You did. You lost your answer when it was your turn.
Oh,
the
damn.
category is
Another one?
no answer.
Oh, I answered my own question?
Yes, it goes around.
Oh.
Just go on drink.
Yeah. I never
Carlene
get
beat me
it.
like a slave.
Yeah, she a kill me out here,
Jade?
man.
The category is drink, Jade. Drink. So the category is places to have sex.
The mall.
Go, Jade. Your turn.
Nike yard.
Nice. Around the back of the yard.
Sex on the beach.
Beside the fall cube.
Inside a church.
Outside the church.
go and drink, Jade. Just go and drink.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
The
we feel
category
drunk.
is...
Why not this?
All right, I would like to have my both guests for the rest of the show. And if I keep up this category it was a pleasure. And of course, how is the slow wine though?
It's nice.
It's so good.
And it one of the factors from it is that it makes you horny.
Eh?
But
Me
who am
never
I
prepare
going
for
home
that.
to after this though?
I don't know if we not have any bunny rabbits, any toys, any
Oh gosh.
bad girl Jade must have something or
Toys.
someone. Oh, toys.
I have
Rotted
someone, but
Jade.
I don't have any toys.
Well-
Bunny rabbit.
Well, you
bunny
can
rabbit.
you can get your slow wine here at the Bridge 99. You can get it at the airport, and you can DM me on Instagram. That's all, Queen Carlene.
Slow.
You can get it at the Mecca nightclub every single night at the Mecca nightclub to buy. Yeah, and this is the June plum flavor, by the way.
It's so good. The
We
rum.
have pineapple, yes, pineapple and cherry flavor. We have it in big and this size. It's not small, it's just this size.
You have
Yeah.
it in big.
Big.
And you have the pineapple for the
Coochie. We have the
Alright,
pineapple for the
that is
coochie and the
right.
cherry for the
mm-hmm.
yeah, and the Jew plum for the yeah. So you pick your choice. All of the flavors are nice, and of course, my show is brought to you by Slow Wine. All right, we're done with. Did you guys enjoy that little?
I
Yeah,
did.
that was nice.
That was good.
Get we in the get we in the mood now, and of
we on our
course,
feet.
That was nice.
to be a part of Sex on the Bridge tonight, you can call in 876-676-4996 or send a voice note 876-551-5782 to be a part of the show. As always, every Tuesday night we give you your chance to put in your 2 cents and give us your experience or your opinion. And you can always talk to my beautiful co-hosts tonight
Ooh.
and me, and just tell me something what we don't know. We're here to learn, because each one teaches one. So
Yeah.
we're here to learn, and sometimes that help us to figure out what we're going to say next, what we're going to do next, because these two little rascals in here don't look at their little innocent faces. You hear me? I tell you, one name bad gal and one name something else. What's your other name?
Ginger.
Say it again.
Ginger.
So you can call 187 Ginger.
That is right.
All right. So we're gonna have fun. We will be joining later by a man, but I won't tell you until he's here. And I know this is, I'd say 99.91% man wish to be in a room with 3 different age group, size, color, women at once. All right? Yeah. So at Sex on the Bridge, anything is possible. But we have one man. Anyways, I do have a to die for little engineer. I don't know how we would have. Where would I put him on the table?
Yeah, man.
All right.
It can fit.
Yeah, it's big enough, right? It's
Yeah,
big
I
enough.
think so.
Tristan don't even.
Oh,
don't.
Tristan.
Yes, Tristan.
Ah,
His name is Tristan Parma.
Jennifer Fierce.
It's for them age group, not mine. So they can.
I won't even comment.
So remember to also follow us at the Bridge 99 FM, one word, on social media, including our YouTube channels, where you can watch all the SOB season episodes that's gone, and other things, all the other shows on the Bridge 99. So when does my show come on? The repeat on Fridays? Yeah, so on Fridays you can go to YouTube, put in the Bridge 99 FM, Sex on the Bridge with me, that's all, Queen Carlene, and you can watch back the show, right? So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back with some fun. Welcome back to Sex on the Bridge, and yes, that's Bad Gal Jade with The Other Side. You hear she say another song, so she do it another folk group?
Side eye. No,
Oh, beside it.
you know idea?
In the,
Idea.
in the day beside the
Yes.
focal.
Right.
That's interesting.
It's different. It was
Where,
fun.
where is this country?
No?
Kingston?
Kingston Focal.
Kingston are focal?
Yes.
Ah, too.
But in a Kingston, I will have a.
Oh, it's in a
okay.
country that's St.
No,
That's St. Catherine.
Country-ish.
No, in a country.
Almost
Hotel country,
country.
St.
No.
Catherine. It's
St.
not yet-
Catherine, but it's like.
Not yet the city.
It take like 10 minutes for it toll.
Of course, and it take 5 minutes. Urban, okay, Lord God.
Urban.
All right, so suburban. Well, now we know where she got the focal. As that popped out her mouth when we asked places, and that never hesitated. All right, first of all, let's put up with Anne. If you ever stayed in the relationship longer than you should because the sex was great.
The shame on her face.
I mean, no shame.
That's good for you. Me shame.
All right,
No
so I want you to
shame.
tell me about the relationship.
I must tell you.
Yeah, the one that.
So I have two different types, but there is one that I stayed in a situationship. What make it worse? Cause you don't even reach relationship yet.
Yes,
So no
situation.
situation. You're in a situationship just because I can, and then you said to yourself, "Oh, it's just a friends plus benefits, and you're not going to get attached." And then boom, attached. He's fine. Him gone about him business, and I'm coming back every minute because I am attached as well to the sex. And so that's one. And I also stayed in a relationship, very toxic, not good for me because I very much enjoyed makeup sex. You know when you get vexed
Yeah.
and then you have to make up after that. I
Best.
loved that, so
You know why
I
that
stayed for
nice,
that.
so?
All right, so I want to ask, how often is the makeup? Because that's very important.
So you don't want to know how often is the argument, which
Right,
was
so
a lot.
How often is the makeup? Because the argument would have caused the
Honestly, sometimes what I feel like is that we argued to have sex.
That's what I was worried about.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I think you find we argue about that's something here in front of me. I don't even know what his name mixer in front of me, and then we argue, and then boom, on top of the table. Yes, it was.
So did
terrible.
you break up with that relationship?
Oh yes, for sure. I'm now in my soft girl life, soft girl era. I am preaching that I am not anymore into the toxicity. No more situationships. If you're not there with me, you have to say goodbye.
No, but so if let's say you find a relationship and the sex isn't good, you're gonna still stay because everything else is good. but the
No,
sex-
I reach a time in my life where I feel like it's if I don't have to settle, I don't have to say this have to be good, but this not good. So let me just stay because at least I'm nice. No, if I'm giving you a full rounded human being, I also need to receive that.
All right, Jade, same question. Tell us about the relationship, the one that was good sex, bad
And the
relationship.
focal one?
No.
Okay.
So I was in a relationship with somebody. I stick around because the sex was so amazing. You know what I mean? Like me literally couldn't stand him, but then him give me something where it just made me feel complete. And for that reason me keep on I go back every time just feel that moment there. And it was worth it until me just say, you know, screw this, this not work out. What me even do? What me even do to myself? Me unhappy. You know what I mean? The only time I'm happy is like when we have sex. But apart from that, that's it. Me sad right around the clock.
Oh no.
And it never did that make no sense because I think that was too toxic and made it off a step left him. So I did.
Good.
Me just call it a day.
How long did that last? Just to have an idea, because it could be 1 week, 10 months,
It lasted a few years.
a few years.
Yes, it did.
And you ended up leaving because you knew this was wrong.
Yes, I did. So me just cut because at the end of the day, me no want to sacrifice my happiness because me I get good sex. And that was just about it, just the sex alone. It never did a pencil out for me and it wasn't healthy for me. So me did have to just move on for make me happy. So I did.
All right, so the other question I'm asking, any of you have been abused physically in a sex relationship that still made you stay because of the sex? Don't have to answer. You can answer.
I did. I did with my son's father. First my
Relationship, boyfriend, man.
first boyfriend. First.
So he hit
Real.
you, and
He
you
did.
kept forgiving him because the sex
Yes.
was good.
Yes. And you know me, he was like each time he did it, he said, I'm sorry, me not gonna do it again. Okay, me never mean for do it. Me never mean for hurt you. But then every time if my phone ring and a man say, what I go and marry? Oh, I gotta pick up a Jesus or something. Or my phone gotta fling in a wall or something. But you know what I mean? If that phone ever ring and is a man, and if that phone ever ring and me not answer, me in a trouble. And it was like if a man even look upon me and him see him literally want box me down. So it did it was working.
This is a crazy person, very insecure,
That is more than insecure. That is something else.
and he knew the sex was good with him,
He did.
and he was still insecure.
He was
Was
still
he broke?
insecure. In a way, because we both didn't have money. You know what I mean?
Right.
But me, so grandma always at work. He was working in
Yeah,
fixed
so-
bike, best at it too. And I was working. I was a bartender, so you know that just made the situation even worse. So I'll never forget, you know. I remember the last time he put his hand on me. I haven't forgotten. Me there, my damn house, and him a go to work the Monday morning, and him hide all of my clothes them. Because him know say him hurt me, and him know say him know in himself say what he did was wrong, and him know so when me cut me not coming back.
He felt the final.
Yes, he did. And him hide all of my clothes them. When time I left Mandeville, I leave Mandeville in him t-shirt and him slippers because I had nothing for myself.
But you had to go.
I had to. I remember the day when time I go away. It's like when I come out to look the taxi, and each time I see a taxi, I come like a taxi, then I come
Right.
to that direction. Me run, go back in the bush, go bend down and hide because me I say me not really. If I him,
Right.
I come home now. Me don't want him see me.
Right.
So and every time I hear a taxi, I come from the opposite direction. Now me run out back because me I say me can't get a taxi. I run. I left that.
So were you on to Kingston?
Yeah, me come a Wallaba.
Oh, Olaba,
I
St.
run, left him
Catherine.
come and my mother say, without that.
Did he try to find you?
You know somebody up on mother.
But he just knew you weren't going to
And him
forgive this
tricked
one.
me.
Wow.
Yes, he did. Him called me one day and him said to me, say, him left some money down there for my son and me can go pick it up. You know.
Down where?
Mandeville.
Oh, at his house.
Yeah.
So you
But him
went?
same leave it with him auntie.
Right.
Me, you know.
Right. So you
Say,
went?
all right, him not there, so me go for this money for the auntie.
Did I wait for you?
When me see him, I almost piss up myself, you know. Because it was like me know, but me I say, it's like me I tell myself, so don't listen to your mind because it might be wrong. Go for money for the Vantia. One time I went to Mandeville. When time I reach up my father yard, no one I call the auntie phone. One man say come out pan me, and when me come out, now man that me see I come from road, me say what is, oh my God, what is?
He was coming to fight you again?
No, him just
Oh.
come and talk to me and say why me do that, why me cut, and I
And-
had to.
Right. And you never left him for a man?
I never did.
Okay.
One time me did it and I realized that him literally a wall and I don't want me leave. I call my mother. I told my mommy come on Mandeville for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My mother and my sister come on Mandeville for me.
And you don't regret leaving because it was too toxic.
I don't. Maybe I wouldn't be the person I am today if I was with him still.
Right, because he would have stopped
I
your
couldn't-
career.
Thank you. Me couldn't be I do none of this because then he would have easily get in my feelings. You know, if me a perform me a dance to the man, me would have get a big stone on stage or get a ears on stage. Me don't want that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I had to leave. So it just never did work.
So how you move on from it? How did you get healing? Did it affect you? Because I mean you were with him, you have a child with him. So how did you get past that?
I didn't.
Mm.
Even when time him come live at Wallaba, because first he used to
Him
live at
from
Wallaba.
He would
Yes,
come
he
all
was
the
living
way.
in Wallaba first, and then
Oh.
him go Mandeville, and then
Oh.
him come back at Wallaba come live.
Mhm.
It was like me have this fear, and when him have Devante, it's like me want go up there look for Devante, and every time it's like me scared because me know the person name is.
Mhm.
It's like me want go there, me can't go there. It's just like me can't find myself I go there.
Yeah, because you don't know, and then because the sex is good, you might end up in a
Going back, yes, I might end up going back to something when me try to
Shouldn't.
get rid of because it wasn't healthy.
Right.
Mhm.
How did you leave?
Me, how did
Mhm.
I leave?
Mhm.
I had to choose myself. I had to figure it out and say, am I happy in this? I need to choose myself. And that I think that's exactly what Jade
Yeah.
did. She chose herself. It was tough though because it was around 4 years of not.
Hitting you?
No.
Oh.
I was not in. I was more in a verbally very
Yeah.
toxic relationship with sometimes. I was in a relationship with one guy that got married while we were in a relationship together. We were in a relationship for 3 years, and he got married.
What do you mean get married?
Man, did have a whole different
Whole
relationship.
different life.
So this is in Jamaica?
This is when I used to live in America. And you know, when you move from Jamaica, you go to America, you don't really have much.
No friend, no much
don't have
people. So
much
your money is your
people.
everything.
Your money is your everything, and you work so hard to get things for yourself. So I did work hard to get my own car, to stay where I was staying, to pay my own bills.
Mhm.
And then I don't have the papers to stay there. So that did done, and then I have to come back home. But he was going up and him saying more to get more education, and I was up for that.
Yeah.
So we switched, but I left my place for him, the car, and I said, you know what, you can use it in the meantime, you
Right.
know, and get yourself, build up
Together.
yourself,
Right.
get yourself together. And I hear there's a wedding. So I thought, all right, maybe I'm trying to get him papers.
Right.
But
But
then-
he never discussed
But
it
he
with
never
you.
discussed it. So I said, maybe I'm free. But I'm a very chill person. So if you're there with me, you know that I'm chill. And I'd be like, well, I understand you're trying
Of course,
to.
because you want to make sure
You
him all
wanna
right.
make
You
sure
don't
him
want them
good.
deport him.
That is right. But then I find out say he was in a full-on relationship with this person that he married. So it wasn't not for just to fix
Papers
up
and
himself.
Make sure him stay.
Yeah. And he would be the type to say, he would say things like, if him
You.
get upset, he would say, you're not that pretty. Or, you know, there's certain words he would use that would literally just break me down. And I had to choose myself. I said, this don't make no sense. But of course, men do this all the time, but women do this. After I break up with him, I just had a year of, I wouldn't say promiscuity, but I just never cared.
Right.
You know, I
Went
never
and enjoy
attached.
your life.
Yeah, I went and enjoyed my life. I never attached to no man.
Yeah.
As soon as the man say, "Oh, I'd like to be in a relationship," I was out, missing.
That is
So
it.
I did just like, and that's
That
where
not works,
that's
sir.
not working. This is why I'm here. So that's another thing too. So we're talking about being attached with sex,
Mhm.
and I was very much detached, disconnected.
Because of what you
Sex,
went through.
Very
So the
much
trusting
so.
men were
Trust
going
in
down.
men, and you know, sex is so important. It's so intimate. It's
Mhm.
something. There's a trust too when you give yourself, you take off your clothes and you open your legs to somebody. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, you can have like a quickie or a one night, but there's something that happens with that connection with a special person.
Mhm.
That when that connection break, sometimes you don't feel like having that connection again
With
with other
nobody.
people, with
Yeah.
nobody else. So you just become this numb person. It's like when a
Almost
man get
horrible.
almost horrible. So when
Like
a man
the man
get
who
hurt,
choose you,
yes,
he thinks you're heartless, ruthless.
heartless,
Yeah.
wicked, but they don't
But
know
they don't know, and
why.
they wouldn't understand why
Well,
you're
this is
as
why
cold as
I
you
would
is.
recommend
Yeah.
that sometimes after any relationship, go to therapy.
Mhm.
Believe me, click it out so you can
Mhm.
clean it out.
And that's funny because I got into another relationship after that. That was a different kind of toxic. And I said,
Are
you
you
know
picking
what?
the same kind
Am
of
I
guys?
picking the same kind of guy? That is one thing. Am I doing this without realizing? Is it something from my parents that I pick up that, you know? And then, you know, after that, I decided to come out of this relationship and be with myself for
No,
3
give me an
years.
experience from the second relationship.
Second
though.
relationship. This one is fun. And I hope I can say this on the radio.
Yeah, just use
But
the
the proper terms. So this person decided that they wanted to be in a relationship, but not really, if that makes sense.
yes.
So they was in and out and in and out and in and out, and that went on for 4 years. When we broke up, it's so funny. This was bad after the breakup. When we broke up, I found out that he was cheating, and he gave 5 other girls chlamydia.
So he gave you that?
No, thank cha. But my problem was is that if you respected me as a person, you should call whoever you had sexual encounters within that near that proximity and tell them, I have this.
Yeah,
I feel like you should go and check yourself. He never called, and it was very close. But thank God I'm somebody that just check myself,
Yeah.
But these poor other girls don't know, and it went on. And then 5 of them, you see your face? That was my face. Shock. After that, I couldn't even look at him as a human being.
Yeah, because
Like,
that was heartless.
That
Yeah,
is
'cause
terrible.
It could have been AIDS or something.
It could have been so much. It could have been terrible. But after that, I actually did therapy, and I chose myself. And I said, you know what? I don't want to be in a relationship until I am very sure about this person.
Right.
I want to date this person. 'Cause Americans date. You see it on TV all the time.
You should date. I don't know why
Yeah.
Jamaicans think.
I don't
And the
know.
first date don't mean sex.
Mm-mm.
Because I think a lot of Jamaicans think the first date means I'm
Yeah.
getting some. And if not, she's probably never going to give me none.
Exactly.
And
or we are par, so we are link, and all of a sudden relationship.
And sometimes it's not even relationship, it's sex.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute sex gets involved, it gets different. It gets
Sticky.
weird. It gets good.
Messy.
It gets messy. It gets bad. It gets emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily the person.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the sex.
Mhm.
Because that, as you say, it's personal. Like you're now inside of me, with your private part. We're kissing. We're doing things.
Connecting.
Right, that sometimes work in the favor of wanting to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean it's right, because he doesn't know me, she doesn't know you.
Mm-mm.
And as you start getting to know the person, sometimes it start being a turn off
Yeah.
on both sides.
But then sex would cloud that turn off.
You don't see, you start seeing the turn off now, and it's so acting as if it's a problem. You never knew this
You'd
problem.
never- because
Because
you didn't date to find out.
or learn even
Yeah.
without dating. And sometimes they would recommend talking.
Mm-hmm.
Spend hours on the phone, getting to know people,
Mm-hmm.
being around them, because you have people who, especially men, will start out the first 3 to 6 months on a high, and like a crackhead, you're looking back for that high, and
But
it's
you won't
never
get
gonna
that.
come.
Mhm.
It's never gonna come back.
nice to you.
Yeah,
It's
because it's a
true.
pretense.
It's
It's
a
not
pre-
real.
It's not real.
You have women do it too. Don't get it
for
wrong.
sure. For
Where
sure.
the first 6 months she fix every day and sexy looking, and after she
Wifey.
get used to it's not even wifey, it's just that you're now thinking you're comfortable,
Yeah.
and this is how. No,
This
if
is
you
how it
start
is.
out that way, then it's okay. No, if you meet me in a party, you expect me to look glamorous and glitterous, and that's a whole different story.
thing.
Because you didn't come to my house or me spend a day at your house to know that I am not doing that person when I'm at home. Because I want to be comfortable. I want to be free, and makeup on here, and especially for me, it's not comfortable. So and he probably, well, thank God I do have nice hair. Might say, well, okay,
What you look like without.
no, not even what you look like, because you still, but in his mind, but I can't see the girl I pick up from the club or the
Yeah.
Some
Because
men talk about
it.
that.
So
Right,
it's
not
true.
me, because I'm not going home with a man from no club. I'm sorry.
No.
I am still old-fashioned, guys, yes. I still have to get to know you. I don't think it's, well, I don't drink, so I'm never ever intoxicated, so I'm not the kind who get drunk and then just go home with you. Nah. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. My bottle is always right here. Yeah, my engineer shock. Yes, never have, never have. So I'm always sober enough.
Face.
Yeah, I'm not the girl you drunk and carry home. I never smoke ganja or take any kind of popping a pill. And sometimes, I'm only saying this, that a lot of times under the influence, people do things they regret. Sometimes it does
You're not
work
of
out.
sound mind. So.
It does work out sometimes to be the best thing ever happen, but you're still sometimes didn't choose it. It chose you.
Yeah.
True.
And not all the time you want things to choose you. Right? And you know, being in toxic relationship, as she said, it's not always gonna be physical.
Yeah.
And some
sometimes
people
it's
think
not.
some people think if it's not physical, it's okay.
Yeah, they don't understand what that can be doing.
Verbal abuse,
mentally.
physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual
All
abuse.
terrible.
People don't even know about sexual abuse a lot of times. You don't want to and you have to. And in some cases that have to give me sex lead to the fight, either quarrel
Yeah.
or physical.
Sometimes it leads to stuff that you actually been a try if you avoid.
And sometimes you end up just doing it for a peaceful mind in yourself. You know, so people do, and after having the sex because it's so good, you end up not remembering that I was mad with him.
Yeah.
You know, he abused me. He said things to me he shouldn't have said. He hit me in her case. You know, he did this, he cheated, he lied, he stole, whatever the story is. And then you have the sex and you totally forget, say, oh Lord.
Everything gone. That's so true.
Especially when the sex is good. All right, so let me see which one I want to ask. Oh, all right, so did any other relationship though that any of you have ever been in, not the ones that started out straight as a sexual relationship?
Yes.
Yes? Where you just know and then it end up into something else?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
So, and it's so funny. I write songs to Jade. So, that same relationship, what I'm about to tell you, I actually wrote a song about it. So, it started out as an agreement. So, this is what we're going to do.
Oh.
And this is when we're going to do it, for how long we're going to do it.
So whose agreement was it? Yours or both of you?
It was a mutual agreement.
Wow,
Yes.
sex, friends with benefit.
I called it friends plus tax.
Friends for tax.
Yes, so we decided that's all. And at first, it started out very much great, you know? Yes, this is working out. But, how long was this, the friends plus? A year and a half.
What?
Yes.
See, I got it, friends
Our
plus.
friends plus. You know what happened to?
Right. Why you ended it? Because
Why I
that shouldn't
ended
end.
It shouldn't end, but also it should end because I don't believe that it can work fully. You see, to me, sex after a while does become a connection. It really does. Now you get used to this person. This person know which your favorite position. This person know where you like to do it, when you like to do it. This person know what to say to you to turn you on properly. This person study you. A year and a half, this person know you completely. I know that person completely. And we put our energy to knowing each other in that way. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where you have to know each other more. So I really don't feel like it can last long.
No.
I feel like Friends Plus Tax is a 6-month deal and we say, all right, bye,
And then
this
it
was
done.
fun. Yeah.
But that lasts long.
Friends plus
Too
tax.
long.
Friends plus tax should really be an occasion.
On occasion. It really shouldn't be a consistent
No,
thing.
it shouldn't be where, every time I want a man, it's the friend plus
Is
tax.
that so?
It's gonna get more than friend
Yeah.
sex. If every time me honey or me need sex and I go back to the same person and the same person, it's a weird relationship.
It is a weird relationship and you fall in love. So I would say I definitely, to be honest, I fell in love on my side. But I also think he did too, because when I decided to disappear, because me said this I get too lovey. I say, you know what? I realize he does not want a relationship. So let me step back and step out. I get calls. Where you gone? And then I would be honest with him, you know, I feel like my feelings has changed, and I feel
It's getting
like
more
it's
important
getting more
and intimate.
If you do feel the same, then let's talk about it to
And
talk
see
about the
how-
next level.
Yeah.
But him said, no, man, whatever. I'm say, all right. But that's still getting the cause. But him couldn't admit, you know. And I said, you know what? This is toxic for my energy,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's draining.
It is very
And it's a
draining.
waste of time.
Yeah.
There's no
Because-
end goal.
Yeah, because
We waste 1
eventually
year and little.
Good
You-
sex, though.
Mm-hmm.
you
Remember
went through
part?
that. Did you go through that, Jade?
No.
No long situationship. Thank God.
No friends with benefit.
No friends plus tax. Ay, ay, ay.
You don't have no friends plus that.
No, my relationship kind of straight. I've been in it for a few years now.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, me been a bit good.
Okay.
Yes, for some time now.
What you mean by you been being good?
Me I behave myself. I ain't cheating. I'm not playing around. Nothing like that.
So you normally do that?
Listen.
All
No,
right.
I'm gonna keep on.
Tread line.
I don't cheat.
Yay. Put it there in a situationship right now.
Jade, you know, tell me
I don't
something, you know.
cheat. I don't cheat.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cheat.
Yeah, it's not even cheating,
Yeah, me
but
can't. I don't feel like I have the energy for that.
so have you ever gone back to a relationship that you broke up with
No,
just for sex?
no.
Have you ever done that?
Of course.
You break up and you know it can't work out, but the sex
can't
is
work, but the sex is great. So my next song, because I write about my experience, you know, it's called "Here I Am," and that was exactly what it was about.
Let me hear that one.
Yeah.
You remember the lyrics?
Yes.
Oh,
But
sex plus tax?
friends plus
What?
taxi one
Friend
here.
plus tax.
Oh yeah.
You said, no, you sang friend plus tax first, so
Mhm.
give me the next one. Let
The
me hear-
next
yeah.
one, the next one is a heartbreak song, you know.
That's all right.
So it says something like, "I wish we could have choose for I wish we could have choose who we fall for, but here I am. I wish we could have choose who we cry for, but here I am. I wish we could have choose where we heart go, but we hard choose for the mind, yeah. Hard choose for the mind, yeah." So basically, every time I said to him, "I'm done. I am walking away." My heart decided that
Are you
no,
front?
you're not. And
Yeah.
the front part of my body, in the lower area near my hips, said
The
definitely
vagina.
not. I am coming back. So here I am is just like, no matter what I do, here I am.
Yeah.
But I came out of that too. Cause
All right, we're going to take a Here I Am break.
ah,
We're going to take a break from Sex on the Bridge. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sex on the Bridge with me, dancehall queen Carlene. Yes, and that's a man here with Here I Am. That was nice, different.
thank you.
All right. We were talking to you. I was talking to you about Jade,
Mm-hmm.
about the abuse. How did you deal with that after though?
I don't know. But is from a walk with friend it?
Talking to Mike.
I don't know, but from a walk with friend it, then I haven't healed. You know what I mean? But I'm okay.
You're okay.
Yeah.
That's the only person you ever dated that hit you?
No.
You had somebody else hit you?
Yeah.
But you're are we attracting the same kind of men over and over?
I don't know. But maybe. Yeah.
And did you stay in that relationship?
No.
Yeah, because you have already experienced.
Yes, so me not really want to experience something more like that. And I'm all right. So the relationship that I'm in, currently in, that person cheated on me. I don't have an issue if my partner cheats, but is yeah, give me bun, sir. Do it respectfully, but that with the brawling business, I can't do
So
that.
she wants the HTB.
No, but just cause we all know some man do them stuff there all the time, and then you can't really cage them from doing it, cause they might go automatically do it. A man give bun all the time, right around the clock. But
So
what
you're
happened
saying
with
that they
this?
should give bun and accept it? We should accept
Me
it?
not accept it. Me no want know.
That's what I'm
Keep
saying.
it
So
to
you shouldn't
yourself.
say men.
I don't want to know. Yeah, do your thing. Me don't want to know. Yeah, do it. You
I don't
understand
want
me?
it brawling in
No
our
do it
face.
brawling. Me no want see. Me no want hear. Me no want know.
Right, the minute you know it's no longer bunny, no, it's no
Yeah, man.
disrespect.
It's disrespect the moment, you know. And that relationship that he had with the other person, she got pregnant.
And you're still with him?
Yes, I am.
Wow. The sex good.
It wasn't just that alone, but the only person that actually cared about me.
Aw. No, that's what
And
the relationships that you've been in caused you to think this.
maybe.
Yeah.
I never really forgive him, and I haven't. Me no, I can't forgive him, and me can't blame the youth, because at the end of the day, the child is not
It's a
at
baby.
fault.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's why
She's
for
a-
me, I
That is
can't
true.
accept it because I can't hate a child ever, and I won't be able to love that child the way I should
That is it.
because the relationship. So I have to leave him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even leave him and be friends with the children.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am,
Mm-hmm.
and not accepting. As you said, cheating. I don't think any man I've dated cheated because I'm not supposed to know.
Yeah,
The minute I know
it's no longer cheating. A
it's
disrespect.
disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not the girl that gonna search your phone and nah. But if a girl come to me to tell me, oh, I'm
Woman to woman.
no, not even woman to woman, you know, and tell me, oh, I'm with you, man. Man, you just let yourself down
Mhm.
because clearly you didn't tell that girl something,
Mm-hmm.
or you're gone with the wrong girl.
Mhm.
You know, because she's supposed to know. Yes, I have a woman, and she can't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be so the minute she can step to me to say, oh, I'm with so and so, you just lost me
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna cheat on you, and I'm gonna do it open.
Mm-hmm.
So for my case now, it's like I'm scared for start all over again,
As again,
and I don't feel like I can do it.
you can because you're still young, and it's not gonna get better. The minute you accept one disrespect, they go down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're prepared to go through this and it's okay with it, until you're not okay with it anymore, I think it's the wrong approach.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you might look down the road 10, 20 years and say,
Why
wow,
me
I've
never?
wasted 20 years
Yeah.
of my life, 2 years of my life, 5 years, 6 years, doesn't matter how long. Knowing that this sign was there from the beginning. You knew of it.
The red
So
flag.
why you think he's going to change it
Mm-hmm.
to make it any different? You accept the first cheating, the second cheating, the third cheating, he's going to be okay with that. Not saying you're to leave your relationship. Please, guys, I'm not giving her any
Yeah.
advice. Means no
But-
therapist.
You are correct. And if me should I sit down with a therapist right now, maybe the therapist should have give me the same advice.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it must be, what are you happy with?
But also, I don't think you should think of it as starting over, because
No, starting. Full stop. It's
Just-
not over. Starting.
yeah.
You start a new life. Every day we grow. Every day we learn something more. Every day we experience some different things.
But I also think
But just tell myself saying that if eventually I'm reaching breaking part and I just can't take no more,
yeah,
I'm gonna decide to leave,
Mm-hmm.
then me done. Like
Nothing.
me goodbye. I don't me tell myself when this over,
You see,
I'm finished.
but I think that's a good point. But you should be happy with yourself. But I don't think that we should. I personally don't believe we should search for a relationship. I don't think why I say I don't think you should think that you're starting over, because it shouldn't be, oh, I'm starting again to be in another relationship. You can settle with yourself, and that relationship can find you, and without a nowhere you don't even expect it. But I don't feel like, and I agree with Queen over here. I'm not giving you no advice. But
Yes.
don't sit in something because you're afraid. I did that for 4 years. I thought I could start over. I thought I couldn't find anybody else that would love me the same. But the love wasn't real love. It was something I deemed as love because it was affectionate for the moment. But the things that he was doing behind my back that take a turn and blast in my face and embarrass me. Disrespectful cheating.
All right, we're
That
gonna
me not
throw
like.
to some voice notes.
The disrespectful thing.
Yeah, we're gonna throw to some voice,
Voice
notes, and then we
notes.
can talk about them too.
Okay.
Yeah, Bridge Nation, big up on yourself and the whole of the panel, dancehall queen Carlene. Yeah, think when I see them cleavage the way I show up on the hey. Anyway, good sex we are talk about. Yeah, good sex make me tear. I'll know me a tear. No long me want go on until I tear. Because I think how good the whole is. Yeah man, more time I don't just the whole alone, you know. More time all the woman, all the sound them what she make. You see me? How she cock it up certain way. I say blouse and skirt. I can't go left that. Yeah man, more time I not just the whole alone, the sound them what she make when she a moan when you deal with it certain way. Yeah man, them thing they will make you stay long man. Way longer than you should. Long time if you run when you get I give you bad headache come problem. But because the whole good you not go nowhere. So yeah man, good sex make me tear all nung me a tear and can't go nowhere. You see it? So
When you can relate to that,
I can.
tell me a little more. You have another one?
Another one. This is nice.
Good night. Dancehall Queen, Carlene, the rest of the crew. Big up on yourself. I only have one thing to say now. Of course, I'm still in a relationship if that's something there. Then if it's not that, then what may I stay in it for? Of course, I want that something there, man. That is the reason why you're in a relationship to begin with. So, me not go in a corner. That is one major reason why me in a relationship, even right now. Even right this second. That me I defend right now. Cause that's something that when it hold it a certain way, you know. Girl, me want to one, you know. When you think hold it a certain way, you know. You can't really resist it. It's like a magnet, it's just a call you. Sometimes the person not even really have no real nothing for offer, but I think there's a real attraction point, I tell you. Anyway, but yeah man, for me like experience is that yeah, we definitely will stay in a relationship that is it easily. But yeah, alright, dancehall queen, big up yourself.
Big up, sir. And that's from the men point of view. So we're on the same track where we stay in relationship because the sex is good, the penis is good, the vagina is good. One the caller before said the sound good, everything she cock up, you know, so it, it add up to making it great sex.
Yeah. And you're stuck.
And the second caller said him literally say him don't even really like her.
Yeah.
You know, but because, you know, it's probably miserable or, you know, they like to say.
Give her a
But
headache.
when they remember about the sex. You have another caller? You have another? Sorry, voice note.
Yo, what's up, dancehall queen Carlene? Thanks for having me on your show. I was listening to you guys' program and I was saying, yeah, for real. I think most people's relationships are alive because of that, you know, that good, you know what I'm saying? Like that good, that's what keeps you in it. You feel me? I feel like other stuff might be there, but you know, at the core of it, the root of it, you gotta have that good home feeling, that feeling that makes you wanna come back home, you feel me? Yeah. So in my opinion, like I feel I've seen a lot of people in relationships and who they go back to is the one who they really feel like they're at home with, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my 2 cents. All right, thanks for having me.
You're most welcome. Thank you for the voice note, guys. Again, another man.
That good.
Yeah, you said a good, you know? You stay with it for the good.
Home.
He come home.
Yeah.
He come home to it. Because that's a lot of people's comfort. They will be out all night, all day, have nothing else in common, and just wait to meet up, have sex,
And that's it.
and that's it. There is no other connection. And men tend to do that a lot. You know, they feel
Yeah.
like we don't have to talk all day, we don't have to see each other all day, we don't have to do anything all day.
No,
But when we come in at night,
this is it.
sex should be done. Have you ever been in any of those relationships and felt like that?
No.
No, you, Jay?
No, so.
Where you've never felt like that's all the connection, sex?
Oh, the only connection, yes, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like, because the way they explain it is like I feel like a piece of meat. Like
Yeah.
you come home and that's just it. But there is always something else within. But that doesn't mean that I should have stayed either way. But there's always like a friendship or some kind of other connection that made me stay a little bit more, even though it was clouded.
Jade?
I haven't, no,
No, none of
not for
that.
me.
Yours go beyond just having sex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have been in that relationship where it's how you feel. Not necessarily looking at it at the point that was what's happening. You know, like you're in it and you're not even recognizing that or realizing that, oh my God, we only have sex. There is nothing else. You know, we have sex, we don't even speak to each other till we're going to have sex again. And you're okay with it because you're not even looking at it as if it's wrong. And it's not like I'm cheating or was cheating at that time doing it. I wasn't seeing somebody else. So I wasn't even realizing that this is not my boyfriend.
Yeah.
This is my sex friend. You
The
know,
only thing.
Yeah, the only thing I'm doing is having sex. And when the sex is done, we'll go with separate ways. Even if we sleep together, him get up, him gone, me get up, me gone. And then we see each other again where we're going to have sex. Yeah. And it was quite okay because in my head I didn't even look deep in it to say,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Because you weren't even, you know,
Right.
No, because
considering
the
it.
sex good.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not even, it's afterwards you're like, okay, it's Valentine's Day. I didn't even get a damn call, you know, or a gift. Oh, okay, it's my birthday. It's his
Nothing.
birthday. It's Christmas. It's New Year's Day. And you're not, as I said, it's not a problem. So you're not looking into it. No, you sit down one day when you're older, because, you know,
Say,
you're doing this
"Oh,
younger. And they say,
that's it.
what the hell? What's this?
Yeah.
So sometimes because of the sex being so good, it blur vision, it blur thinking to say,
Can't think
I want
straight.
more. This should have been this way. This should have been that way.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely worth more.
You choose yourself.
But then, you know, you just move on to something else. Not there is not even a breakup because there wasn't a David in the first place. So you can't break up. Yeah. One more voice note.
So, Bridge, good sex, you know, is hard to find, you know, especially as a woman having sex with men, because some really don't know what them do, and them don't take the time to learn, and them very close off when them ready to sexual criticism, and even if the criticism constructive. So when you find a gem of good sex in a man, sometimes you hold on longer to the relationship than you should just because you're afraid, say, you're not going to find that type of good sex there again.
Hello? It done? Oh my God, she was...
That was a good one.
Yeah, but it prematurely
Done.
end.
Short and sweet.
I know when it's a short, it's sweet. But hey, she has a valid point. You know, you do these things, then you find this sex where compatible with you, great with you, and you're fretting.
Which is hard
Especially
to
if
find.
they are gone to 2 or 3 man and it never good. You're like, oh my God, I'm keeping this one. Even if it's in the back pocket because the sex is great.
She made some great points too.
Which is so wrong.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we never know what's better if we stuck with what's good. And what she said before too about telling, I don't think this generation of men not accepting it, I guess. Well, probably, I don't know. Tell me.
Depends.
You ever told a man that he's not doing it good and him get offended?
Unfortunately, I just disappear.
You don't talk about it.
I was like, this is not worth my time. I feel like we should be at a point where you're supposed to know what you're doing and you don't know what you're doing. So, goodbye.
Jade?
No.
No what?
I've never had a man where me have to tell him, say, oh, you know, I do good now. No.
So you've been fortunate.
Something like that.
That is good.
Or you don't know where much is? Are you just used to certain things? Because sometimes you can't know if something is bad when you've never gotten better or different.
Yeah,
or,
that's
know,
true. That's true.
You think this is it because this is all I used to.
Yeah.
That is true.
I have women who said, listen, I've been married for this year and I've never had an orgasm.
That's crazy.
And they
But
didn't
that's
know they
so
were to have an
true.
orgasm.
Yeah.
Or they think the husband's sex was great, but they just never had an orgasm.
So,
I don't know if women have that orgasm there, that orgasm that when you have it, you just want to sleep. I don't want to sex when I have
Talking
that.
right.
you just want to
Talking
knock
about-
out.
Sleep.
Yeah, talk. Of course, there's
Because so I lie to go sleep. After that
Yeah.
orgasm,
That is it.
that is it. So if
There's
you ever make
years,
me
though.
come before you,
That is
sex
it.
finish.
Oh,
You're
gosh.
not going to go
you're
nowhere.
like the men.
Oh, no. I've
Some
never
men,
heard
some
that
men, some
one.
men.
Never heard- Maybe you never had that
Oh,
orgasm.
yes.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
definitely. But
you,
what
you know what I'm talking, Carlene?
Yes.
when you knock out, for
Not only
sure.
knock out, your
Hey.
body lock.
I'm tired.
But I am somebody that will have to, you know,
Yeah, you're gonna
mutually.
get.
So
She
we're
not
going
go
to
sleep,
try
you're going to try and
pick
please
up
him.
little bit, yeah.
You see, it's usually we who do that. A man reaches his climax.
and that is
Usually,
it.
him. That's not real men, though.
No, you see, that's
Not
the
a pleasing-
man that I disappear from.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because if even you've gotten there, play with me, do something to make me at least reach.
Where
Because
I
sometimes,
am.
especially when it's a new relationship,
Mm-hmm.
he's not necessarily going to know your body
Mm-hmm.
or know your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the long-term relationship and, you know, yes, you can, he knows exactly what to do.
Yeah, and you know a man before, even when he knows how to communicate with you during or before, or try to get to know your body before or
Yes.
during. That's why I say I can't bother with the have to talk to him after, because you never try to get to know me. You never ask during, do you like this? Should I continue? Da, 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 da. You know, how you want me to do this? How you want me to do that? No, you just a go.
Well, if he can just go if whatever he's doing works. And you see, women, if you stop pretending to the men,
Thank
it would
you.
make a big difference when a man
Yes.
comes to another woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of women pretend that they had an orgasm
Mm-hmm.
or it is great and then they're not. So this poor man know.
Think everything
all-
you're doing.
But men, you have to understand what good for Sue, not good for Jane nor Joan. You have to learn each woman that yes, she might like it hard and strong.
Mm-hmm.
She might like it to the tip to the side. I might like it when you dip on go down wine and go in. Yeah.
Slow wine.
Slow wine to the world. So you have to know how each person enjoys sex.
Right.
Same thing with a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him might think, okay, Lord, no, come by your head top of the man. I wonder what the hell did I get myself into? Because she's a little bit too wild, little bit too much. So sometimes you do have to speak about who likes what, how you like it, so you can learn each other.
Sometimes they don't even want to talk about it, and when I don't see that I want to talk about it, I'm gone.
Yeah, because that's not the man you're going to
No.
enjoy what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Because he might think it's okay because Mary and Joan like that way, so she's gonna now come and like it. So if he's not gonna discuss it, kind of too dark for you.
It's too.
Well, definitely would be too dark for me because I need to know the night is not ending. I don't own any toys, guys. I don't have no bunny rabbit, no cat, no
Yeah,
pussy,
me not
no
ties,
dog,
me I
no.
say. I want it for me
Pussycat.
alone. Me supposed
I don't
to
have
be
any
only one
either.
bunny face that earth ties.
No, I don't have any.
But
And I
you've
don't think- I mean, I
experienced
think we can
toys?
go there.
No.
Me neither.
You
No?
guys should experience toys. Just one day.
We just can't go to store go buy it. Just
No,
not
me not
right.
buy it, but you might have a partner will have
I get
something.
them, so it's not even that.
That?
I mean, I get all kind of toys and I give them away. Give
You know,
them
experiment during with toys too.
no,
Not
I've
really?
never
Music
had
was
any
nice,
toys.
but me never.
The ears
I
of the
want to
rose.
try the rose. I've never tried the rose. I want to
I
try
want
the
to try that
rose.
till I'm tired.
And it's
But
good.
me,
and
I'm
as
not
she's
gonna
saying,
buy
it's good to try it with your partner,
Yes.
so you don't feel like you're cheating on him with
I've,
the toy.
I've done that. I don't own my own, but I've tried with my partner. You know, and explore different types of toys
If
and
me I try
different ways.
if me I try the rose, I forgot I done try that by myself.
Why?
Oh.
Why?
Intimate space.
Yeah, you understand? Yeah. Pamper with myself.
That's
Yeah.
not bad either. Healthy.
So why you wouldn't want to try it with him though?
I don't know, but just feel like if me I go try, if me do I go try toys, I want my own little space.
okay.
Lock off front. Me,
Which
me
is
alone
fine.
and my toys, you know? Yeah.
It's fine too.
But what next thing you gonna get addicted to you alone on the toy and nobody want no man.
No, that is it.
That's why you need to try it with him so he can guide it to help.
Me don't know all
Try
that.
it first. Try it
Never
first
tried
with
them something
yourself and have your little one off.
Yeah.
And then we'll may I DM you
Would I
and
go-
say if you didn't like or you know. Man go follow up.
I've never tried it.
Never. Hi. There's another voice note.
Have a voice note? Okay.
I personally feel like, how good you are at sex, or, how pleasuring your genitals or appealing your genitals may be to, your significant other, definitely plays a significant part. It's like, with everyone's relationship dynamics are different and they're looking for different things. But at the end of the day, what we all have in common is how we correlate, how we get intimate, how we get into our sexual bubble. It's private, but it's also something that you're sharing with someone. So it has to be to your liking. It has to be, especially if you're gonna be in a long-term relationship. In my opinion, I feel like how effective it is definitely plays a key role.
Okay, I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. How effective it is. You see, men have different views,
Yeah.
Men do have more casual sex than women.
They
Yeah.
do.
Right? We're not talking about bitches. We're talking about real women, real girls, real young ladies who values themselves. Girls don't tend to want to have casual sex and then have a boyfriend. You have casual sex, you don't have a partner.
Right.
So it's okay. You understand? Men have nothing else to do, so let's just have sex because I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not interfering with
Right.
anybody's.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 10 chances to 1, the man you're going to have that sex with might have a girlfriend.
The
True.
most 90%.
We have another? All right. We're going to take another break from Sex on the Bridge. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sex on the Bridge, and that's Deca Jam's Fiend. Yeah, got so addicted, you understand? And I'm in studio with
Amani.
Amanie, keep forgetting her name, Ginger,
Ginger.
and Bad Girl Jade. Bad Girl Jade?
Yeah.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, we do have a question for Bad Girl Jade that somebody wrote in. She's coming to read the question.
All right, so the question for Bad Girl Jade is coming from, let me tell you who the question is coming from. Oh dear, I lost it. Oh, here he is, Asian Brian. And he says, what type of kings is Jade attracted to?
What kind of kings are you attracted to? Jade?
I don't know.
Okay, what kind of king? You don't know what kind of kings you're attracted to?
You need
What kind
to
of
know.
kings you have dated?
I've dated some violent ones.
Oh, gosh.
So you're attracted to bad boys, violent men?
No, not really. Because I've dated a little soft one, you know, yeah. But
So you don't have no special attraction. You just like man.
no, if it work, it work. You know what I mean? If my spirit take you before me actually know what type of person he is, then you know what I mean? When I find out the type of person he is, I feel like this
So
not
you don't
work,
have
I'm
any
just wake up.
likeness for a man for yourself? Like I would want to be with. You don't have that?
One time I used to say that.
What you
used
used
to
to
say,
say?
I want a man, we're judge. But then realize I would
A man that is a what?
a judge. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I guess there's something about the judges.
Powerful.
Yeah. They are powerful and I like that.
So you like you like them, you like a powerful man.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What kind of men are you attracted to?
I think I am attracted to very intelligent and kind, but sometimes I get confused because I'm too intelligent.
Yeah.
So them
Are you
trick you with
in
the kindness.
appearance-wise,
The appearance wise.
What kind of men are you attracted to?
I actually I don't have a specific person. I am somebody who's attracted to how you put yourself together and how you dress. So if you are someone that dresses well and know what you have this sex appeal,
Yeah. Look
then
sexy.
you just
Don't want all your
know
work clothes and you look
and
sexy.
you still give this vibe that oozes like that strong sex appeal.
like a
then
man
I'm
like that.
attracted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't
Smell
have
good.
no. I mean, every woman likes a man who
No,
I
smells
like
Yeah.
me love a man who smell good.
and clean and his breath
Clean
is
and
fresh.
tidy.
Yeah.
But whether I'm tall, brown, dark, indifferent, that's not really so. Like I don't say, oh,
Yeah, I'm attracted to tall men.
You know, me never date a
I
tall
like
man.
I like slim. I like
Slim.
Yeah, my
prefer
man
them
always
sexy
lick a bit
built.
over me.
sexy built, slim
Yeah.
and tall.
Slim
Little
and
bit over you, don't
Yeah.
hear this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
look a bit
Jackie you
over me.
get.
No, it's
But
That's
me,
why
yeah,
they
me
wanna
never really
hit
date
you.
a tall man. I'm like, that not
That is why they want to hit you, little man
that's
syndrome.
fear.
little man, short man syndrome.
Jade.
I'm really short, but I've never dated a tall guy.
But
Okay.
Jade, little taller than you is a short man.
Okay,
So you're attracted to
no, them not really short, but them not tall.
them not tall.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
never dated a tall
I think
man.
I've mostly dated tall, 5'10" and up.
Me always wonder how that gonna work. Me with a tall man,
It work,
Yeah, because it
a real tall man, that the same.
even if you're a
It
dwarf in bed, you're all the same height. You know, the connection is the
Yeah.
same position.
Connect.
Yeah, I do like them tall. You have a next message? Okay.
And a question for Amani. Dane is asking if you behave in bed like you do in your music videos.
Behave in bed like I do in music videos, and it's most a man asks that, you know. Sure, no. No. This I feel like the bedroom is a whole different dynamic depending on who you are with. You made a good point. Not every man want you go up on your top and twist and turn and boom flick.
Right.
And not necessarily I want to do that either, because for the penetration or whatever, sometimes that is not connecting either. And I have a different that's a different artist person. I am who I am, but a music video is a music video and I
Yeah.
am who I am. So it can be two different
Right.
things.
So entertainment and your personal life is nothing to do with how they perceive
Yes.
you. Jade has an image and also has these videos, and I'm sure they're hearing her so subtle and calm and shy. Like, how does that match up to the personality that's on the public domain?
Me not even know it a match up, but when me at the music, or if me the studio, so me have a rhythm for voice, I'm in the studio. Me literally zone out, forget what I want to get laid out on that track.
Okay.
You understand me? I say, even if I'm going to do a sex song, I'm going on my brain, my wild out, more like vibes, and everything just flow naturally. So, as me sing about stuff when me want.
Or you're
Yeah.
manifesting.
Yeah, me I'm manifesting. Yes.
That's not bad. That could
I
also
do that all
be.
the time.
You think music is your getaway?
Yes, it
Maybe
is.
It is.
It is.
So we talked about healing. Maybe that is you power, like that power that you
Yeah.
have in your music. That's a type of healing as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Even
you become.
even mixed emotion is like it's like mixed emotion is like therapy. That is what that song is.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I don't know
Let me
why.
hear it.
We have mixed emotion.
No, I want to hear it from her.
Oh, come
I
on with
know
something, man.
Body in my studio and listen to no record.
Me, I bring the burden from the past, yeah. Mixed emotions, I'm looking at the glass. Soul of I just revenge on my thoughts. So much pain, me, and I smile when I laugh. Oh, my journey so dark. Been through things I can't even talk. And the ones me give me a heart to. Take me for granted, but me know it's my fault. Yeah. Harden me out so I can't feel. Cut them off, got them vibes so I don't real. So my there see them way up on the battlefield. With the cuts and the bruise, them I can't heal, yeah. Me hold the pain, come me firm. This my know, couple bridges off a burn. Remember good no rush, me pay the full price for learn. Me wanna fan the flames for my burn. So me I bring the hurt from the past, yeah.
So that is from one of the relationships you have been in?
It's not just one, but it's like everything.
Your life.
Yeah, it's like bad moments with family, bad moments with friends, disappointment, hurt, heartbreak, everything in one mixed emotions, which is why it have the name mixed
I
emotions.
feel like next time somebody asks you, how did you heal? You should say music. Because that right there.
I mean,
It's
getaway.
therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my getaway
It's
music.
therapy.
Mhm.
But sometimes, though, you have to understand that the music does not seeks out the answer unless you're ready for that, right? So although you're singing it, you're looking at it, oh, I'm just expressing myself. So you have to then go deeper in it and say, I'm expressing myself, but what's my change?
How am I going to move past?
How do I go on to the next level? And do you carry the next man feeling over to your new relationship? Both of you.
No, I don't.
Because you've been through this, you automatically assume this man is the same?
So
Or you sometimes?
for a while, I did. I remember I told you that after the last relationship I said
break for yourself.
break for 2.5 years. And that's when I said, you know what? I can't jump into every relationship thinking everybody is this terrible.
Right.
Then I will sometimes make them as terrible as
You
I
are
think they
thinking
are.
it,
I'm
right.
thinking it. So
I just feel like
decided not
everybody
to.
terrible.
see,
You see? That's because you've been abused.
Not
That's
true.
no,
That's
not every
literally-
you have decent,
I
nice,
me
good
feel
men.
like that.
No man, you
No.
have somebody out there in a jail. You
There are
have
men out there that
people
will
out
love
there.
and respect you to the fullest.
It's true.
One thing me tell myself, should a relationship I done? Me?
I feel like
Wait, hold on.
I'm going to
You're
the toy
gone?
store. I'll buy some toys.
toys,
I'm gonna have a
rose. You should still do it
gonna
now,
have a
but
blast.
But let me tell you what
I'm
the toys
done.
don't have anybody to argue back with.
Yeah, but
What
if
the
you
toys don't
can't
have
talk
is
to the
hand.
toys and can
Exactly.
talk to it, that's a one, but it won't respond.
Now go touch you eat. Well, you know what? I see they're doing
them have new things, you
Yeah,
know,
some
new
with hand and
technology.
foot and-
Dolly.
talk back. What do you want next? It asks you, you know. So I guess when it get to that, we're going
AI,
to replace.
artificial intelligence.
But trying not to go into the relationship with that thinking, though, Jay, that all men are not nice. Because if that's the case, you're gonna get that result.
Or you might attract them.
No, she's gonna attract them because that's her
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
So you're going to go to the if you talk to a guy, you see the signs of their last relationships. Don't you think you shouldn't go no further
Yeah.
So you have to learn from the last one.
from each one? Where if you see the signs of, you know, oh my God, this remind me of so and so.
I'm gonna wanna just leave. Me just not go on gonna further.
Exactly.
Me
You should
just gone
leave.
ghost.
You should leave because you're gonna
But
end
me
up
don't,
with
me
the
don't
same
feel like
result.
me don't feel like me want try with no more relationship when this one. If I win this one over, me no want.
You feel defeated. But that you see,
You're young. That's why you can
Yeah.
say this. Trust
No,
me.
me
You,
just feel like me
you
can't.
said she will find another.
of course.
But she have to heal past these though.
And
Me
try
get-
if you see the signs
me
in
past healing stage. I'm there one stage. I don't know which part me there, and it's definitely not healing.
a stink stage.
It there. It there's me there somewhere
Bitter.
else. You know, me bitter.
Yeah.
Believe me, I am.
Yeah.
That's why you
Just
need find
understandable.
time and go to therapy. Believe me,
I never
It's-
go in there.
you should. Don't think it's. She's a real dancehall representer.
Yes, no,
No,
honestly.
trust me. Sometimes you need somebody who knows nothing
My-
about you
To talk to.
to talk
Yeah.
to you.
And don't
My
have a
sister give me a
biased
number for your
opinion.
therapy, so I'm say, listen to me. You gonna therapy.
You should
No,
go with
you
her.
need to go so you can be
She said,
a
"Jane,
better
you go."
version of
Me say,
yourself.
I'm not going. I don't want to go on therapy.
You should go because it will help you to be a better version of yourself. So you can accept what is there to come to you.
Me
You're-
walk some part in a life where me feel me never know someone would actually come back from it. I've been through things where me can't talk and me can't discuss. But
you
I've been
need
through
to-
a lot.
But you need to talk
That's
about
why-
it
But I'm
and
tough.
discuss it. Not with
You're
us.
not tough. You're not
with
tough
people,
enough.
but
I'm not.
somebody. Yeah.
You're not tough enough because you're holding it. You're holding it against people who you've not even met yet.
True.
So trust me, go to a therapy. They're not going to discuss you. All if you
I know,
become a
I know.
mega star,
I know. But
Which
me
you
still
will
don't want to
become.
do it.
and that will help you to become a better entertainer, a better artist, a bigger. You have to free your mind
A happier
and welcome
person.
all of your glories. You still have doubts. You still have blockage. So you're going to hamper yourself from reaching to your fullest, the ability, your potential. You won't reach your full potential. So if you find a nice guy tomorrow, no, you're in a relationship, we're just hypothetically speaking. You find a nice guy after you break up, you're not going to date him?
Hypothetically.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
But you say no.
But for now, me just no say it.
I think because she's in it right now, she feeling it the most, so she go and said, "This is it. That's it. If after this, nothing else." That's what you say, no. But I feel like you have to. You know what I did before my new relationship, before dating? I made a list. I made a list of what I want in a person, not just what I want them to look like, but what I want them to feel like when I'm with them, what I want to get out of them. What
And if you don't get that
kind of-
list complete, you should
should-
not date the person.
you shouldn't date.
Because then
And-
you're soft.
Right.
off
And it's not
and
about
s-
compromise. There's just certain things on the list that you shouldn't settle for if it's not there. So I made a big list, and it's silly things. More the man also read sometimes stupid things, and also very
not stupid,
profound
it's-
things. Like I want this man, when I'm around him, I want to feel safe. When I'm around him, I want to feel heard. When I'm around whoever that person, I want to feel like I am the biggest person I can be around that person. I want to feel comfortable.
And you shouldn't think that's hard because that's not. You know, that's a man adoring you, respecting you, and loving you. Because with all that, if he has those things, that's how he's going to feel.
Yeah. And
He's
I
gonna
also
feel like I
thought
have the queen
it
of
was
all queens.
impossible. You see where you are? I was what? After my last relationship, I said, I'm done. I don't want no more. I'm finished. I don't like this. I don't like men. I was so bitter. And then I decided to write down exactly what I want. So dating was easy, you know.
Right.
Because as soon as I see what them call it now, the red flags, as
Yes.
soon as I see 2 or 3,
Anything that you didn't like.
I'm not going back on a date with you.
Yeah.
So I
And it
don't
should stop
reach
there.
further. I don't reach the sex to get attached. I don't reach far enough to say, oh no, I'm stuck
Alright,
in this.
We'll go back to the sex is so good where we stay in a relationship. What is one of the best sexual experiences you've ever had that made you stay with the wrong person? Can you tell?
I can. Can you?
Yes, I can.
You go first.
No, you go on first. I want to hear this. Run it.
It was. I wouldn't say it's just one. I say it's more than one. I think.
Just
he
give me
was
one of the best ones so somebody
the
else can
best
probably
ones.
learn something or two. I don't know.
When somebody's spontaneous, it really cloud my judgment. So you remember earlier when I mentioned Mal?
Right?
Yes, definitely had sex in a JC Penny once, and just the thrill of just
somebody
being somewhere
catching where you shouldn't
catching
be,
or opening the dressing room door or something. So even just that, and the fact that he was open enough to do those wild, adventurous things with me, I stayed when I shouldn't.
Stay. Jade?
For me, it was this person. We should have been with him, but I did. And I haven't forgotten. It's like, remember the first time him kissed me, I feel like me nearly pass out.
In good,
Like
in good butterflies, foot fly up.
Listen to me.
Pass out.
Wow, the kiss was that good.
Listen to me.
Get you.
Me soak.
Yo.
And that's a good sign.
That's a
It
great
is.
sign.
It is.
And what did he
being
do
on the
to
phone
you?
with him? Me can't. It was like I was in a position where me can't help myself and me couldn't resist.
Yeah. The kiss get me, you know. She said, pass
And
out.
and
Yeah.
okay. And when it passed the kiss, was it worth it?
Yes, it was. I want to do it again.
But was it worth it for you mentally, though?
No, but you know, me stay caught at the sex when I go on.
Mm-hmm.
I've never felt like that in my life.
Serious.
No, that only happened once.
Mm-mm.
Like me don't know how.
Oy.
I don't know what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Me don't know if he goes with me. Me don't know what he do.
Guzumar.
Some obia. Whoa.
But
So that's never happened to you again.
no, just once.
Just from the kiss.
Just from the kiss. I'm not talking about with him touching me anywhere else, just the kiss. And when he gets to the other part, gosh,
What him do with the
best.
other parts? Give us a. Give me a. Yeah, we want to understand. We hear the kiss. Yeah, nice kiss. What he did that was so. One thing, you don't have to tell us in depth.
Nervous.
I know. DJ, then no, cause look like you do better. You do better, I feel. DJ it.
I don't know. There was something about something about him. I didn't know what it was.
It wasn't just one sexual experience.
It was just really how you felt about him.
Yeah.
So sexually, him never do nothing creative or nothing out of the norm or.
He did.
Wow. No, Jade, man. Me
Yeah,
think
all
say
the
you have a
things
bad
them.
girl it out. You have to go say cool girl, Jade. You have to change. You have to take off the bad, right?
Chill, chill, girl. Don't come. That smile means
and the
something.
night, the night we had sex, Cloud 9 is an understatement, and I don't know where he was.
I
But it
think
was-
you were just into that guy.
That's probably.
I think
Maybe.
because sometimes, trust me, him go with the next woman and him she probably say, "What the hell was Jade talking about?" So sometimes when we're into men, it's nicer than it even
Yeah.
is.
even is.
That's really that one was coming from your heart and then it connect to your
And the way
vagina.
him look upon me, it I don't know.
Somebody please love Jade to one next level. Make she know that this is normal.
Yes.
It's not a one-off.
Yes. With
Yeah.
kindness to other than just the
Yeah,
sex.
because you know,
Some other
it
things
make her.
too.
All right, I want you guys to tell me, 'cause we're coming to the end of the show, and we'll talk back, but I don't want to run out of time. And where can we find you? What's next for you?
And you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first, Jade. I know you have a show coming up in April.
Yeah. All right, so you can
John
find me
Bling?
you can find me on social media at Bad Girl Jade Official. So Instagram Bad Girl Jade Official, YouTube Bad Girl Jade Radio, Twitter I am Bad Girl Jade, Facebook Bad Girl Jade Official. And You can also check me out the 15th of April at Festi, and that's going to be keeping in Old Harbour at Cool Breeze Entertainment Center. So just make sure to pull up. Big Bad Show, Chronic Class, Shani Mirror, Me a Girl, Bad Girl, Jada, Holy Boy Artist,
Renee
you know, so that go
6:30.
lit, holy, a niceness.
And
so it's
she'll
gonna
be
be
on
fun.
Nice.
And you?
I am Amanye, Amanyea, and you can find me on everything as Amanye. And I have a show next week, April 5th at Janga's. So
Where is that?
Janga's, New Kingston Janga's.
No, that's why you tell your
Soundbar.
listeners.
Yeah, so Janga's in New Kingston. It's at night. Definitely
What time?
come out. Honestly, I have no idea. You know,
How much is the
between
cost?
7 and 10. It's free, so come
Oh.
out because it's free.
All right.
And it's me alone performing that night. I'm the only artist. So and DJ Anash will be there.
And that's a what, Tuesday?
That is on
Friday?
a Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
April 5th, next
All right.
week, Wednesday.
Me and producer will be there.
Yay.
I always like to get a different songs,
Mhm.
you know, than I want Jade start with something while you DJ something. Cause don't you
Mhm.
DJ too?
Yes, I
Go
do.
on with it. Kind of look like the only way I'm gonna hear the song then.
Oh, good. Oh,
Me
God.
have my money, got your girl, but we a cheat. Every week we a hide and do it. I know it's wrong, but we still a meet. Every week we a hide and do it. Hold on. Me tell my man, so me I go chill out with my friends, but you come pick me up in a the big body Benz. We very neat, don't leave no evidence. So me step out of the yard, my man don't know where me went. We not have nothing for fear, ya, cause you want no man in the area. And me love you totally. You will look out for me. That's why every day we disappear. The love you give me not get in nowhere else. You want me little secret, me keep it to myself.
All
Me not gonna ever tell nobody else.
You see me tell you? Me
You
go-
come out in
so-
the
yeah,
song.
you might her boyfriend or man or whoever make she DJ the things them and sing the things them and you get a
That
real
is
hot
it.
gal Jade. You
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I just had a breakup. You've been my makeup, sex, and the convos. Within the convo, we make the thing set. When you upset, love make the thing set. Yeah, give me that, give me that, give me that tea, give me that. I said, give me that tea, give me that, give me that tea. That's Friends Plus Tax.
Oh, that's the one we
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
you don't play that one yet.
Oh, it
But
did. All
yeah.
right. It was a pleasure having you guys on the
It
show.
was a pleasure being here. I'm so glad to meet you,
Nice to meet
Jade. I covered to your show, so watch out for me.
Yeah.
It's the 15th. It's the 15th. Big up John Bling, yeah.
Mhm.
Big up the producer,
Old
the
Harbour.
promoter, yeah.
Country-ish.
No. Well, I don't country.
Ish.
Country.
Remember Portmore on the. Remember
I went
Port-
to go up a content, me see a country, me there, 'cause a country that red dirt and sitting.
Portmore is on the map for becoming a city, not Old Harbour. So
Far-ish. Far enough.
No,
to
it
country.
no,
far,
as you
no
come off
far.
the highway, it's right there. Believe me, if you check the highway.
Yeah, man. You jump on the toll, 10 to 5 minutes.
All right, guys, I really want to thank you both for taking the time out and coming in, sitting in with me as every Tuesday night. This is what I do. We try to have, light topics that people
Yeah.
really want to just relax at home,
Yeah.
enjoy themselves, and hopefully when you guys go home, there's some foreplay happening or something will happen
Or some
because
foreplay.
the Rose, well, she don't get it yet. No.
I'm going to check on her.
I want to thank all my listeners, all my viewers. Of course, it's a pleasure being here every Tuesday night. Do really want to big up. I want to big up to my producer, Danielia Doyle, and of course my engineer,
Cute Tristan.
Tristan Rotich. She said cute Tristan
Yeah.
Palmer. Don't make Tristan
Make him eyes a fire
erase the
on
whole
there.
of my show now, cause I'm 32 teeth. I'm just kidding. He's accustomed to the girls telling him on a Tuesday night. I don't know if they tell him on other nights
Yeah.
that he's cute. But yeah, but I really want to thank you. And if you would like to be a guest on my show, send me a DM on That's All Queen on Instagram or the Bridge 99 FM on Instagram and tell us, what's your topic? Because I'm open for different topics each week. Because, we go through these topics, me and Danielia, and sometimes it's really hard to have a topic, then find a guest. So DM me, That's All Queen Carlene on Instagram. And as always, please be respectful. See you next week, Tuesday night.
Slow wine.
Slow wine.